So when I get this elbow, I'm going to roll my head under his face here. This is going to allow me to get that separation I was talking about that I needed. And I'm going to lift it when I'm ready to fire. And this time it's going to be an inside reach. Okay, I'm going to lift here. I'm going to take this hand inside, and I'm going to reach for this leg. I'm going to create that window. I'm going to reach, and then my feet are going to slide. My hips are going to slide around this corner here, right to my single leg position. So I get back in here, take my head to him, and I go attack this elbow, roll my head under this face. All I'm going to do is lift this elbow, and this hand's going to reach. And I'm going to allow it to pull me when I get to that leg. I'm going to let it sling me over here, get to this finish. I can lay into it here, or I can come up high with it here. So again, come here, attack, okay? Rotate my head, and I roll it under his face to get that separation. That allows me to reach here and get to that angle. If I want to grab this other elbow here, okay, I'm going to make sure that I put my head on this side. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I put my head on this side. If I get this other elbow here, a lot of the times here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to use this hand to pull a lot. Okay, if I'm a righty, most of the time, I go for this elbow more than this one often. So I'm here, and I'll attack this elbow, and I take away that power. Okay, making sure that I'm not down here on the elbow. There's no power. You can push off here. You can straighten it. Okay, if I'm here and he tries to push off, I got him. Got his elbow locked in. All I'm going to do, I'm going to lay my head over here on my bicep to rest. Okay, this allows me to block from him getting inside and pushing off. Okay, if my head's here, he can obviously get back inside and push away. Okay, I never let a guy in with both insides. So I'm here. All I'm going to do from here is I'm going to make sure when I want to hit I hit a duck under from here. All I'm going to do is take an outside step here, and I'm going to lift this elbow here. Okay, I'm going to take an outside step, and I have to change levels. This is going to be an outside step over here, and I'm going to take I'm a righty, so it's going to feel a little bit different. I have to take my left foot outside, and I'm going to make sure my head and back are straight. What I'm doing with this other hand here, when I'm ducking this side, is it's pulling. Okay, when I step here, this arm is pulling so he comes down to the mat. Okay, so I put his hands on the mat there. So back here, I bury my head, I roll it under, and when I'm ready to go, I pull with this hand. And then I'm going to come to the back of the leg here. I'm going to swing out right here behind him, take my points. So when I'm here, I bury my head in my bicep. When I'm ready to go, I roll it. I'm going to take an outside step, and I'm going to be pulling with this hand. That pull is important. Okay, back straight, I come and finish. Just understand anything I do with elbows is I use that power from my forearms and my shoulders there to suck those in. But that pull hand on any time I go duck under is the most important part. The problem is today, kids worry so much about the move instead of the little details. You know, the little details are the things that make the difference in these moves. You know, the pull, the inside, the thumb that we talked about earlier, being inside, my head position. Okay, without those things, high crotches, single legs, duck unders, they're nothing. Okay, they're nothing. We always tend to overthink these things as in, oh, I want to learn this high crotch. Oh, I want to learn this thing. Learn the basic things before you learn those. And it's still the same thing even at my level. I don't always go back and look, my high crotch isn't good. It's probably 90% of the time it's because I wasn't in my stance. If I would lower my level, or if my thumb would get inside and move my hands more, it has nothing to do with that I don't know how to shoot a high crotch. Okay, I know how to shoot a high crotch. The problem is I'm doing something wrong with my hands and feet, or I'm doing something wrong with my position. Okay, instead of always wanting to learn the best moves, or I'm gonna not do this move anymore because it's not working. It's not working for reasons. Okay, and the reasons are the little things 99% of the time. The little things are my stance, my head position, the things you learn when you're a young kid. And that's what, if we can learn to develop that in today's wrestling, I think, you know, we'll begin to make huge strides in those areas.